Oh, welcome to week 4. I'm sitting here listening to Mount Joy about how Jesus drives an Astrovan. If you watch the teacher video, I was wearing a Mount Joy tie-dye shirt. It's groovy. Alright, enough of that, Mount Joy. Alright, so week 4. I'm doing a demo video so that, and let me play with my widescreen here. My Zoom. Week 4 is a little bit more complicated than what we've been doing. We've been using Google Forms from the previous 3 weeks with globalization and global conflict, globalization, and then the history of epidemics and pandemics. But week 4 we'll be continuing the theme of globalization with the political governing body or the political globalization unit that is in charge today, and that is the United Nations. Typically, like you would do this assignment in class, I'd give you the WebQuest paper instructions, and those look like this. So this assignment on the Google Classroom, you can look at what you would have had via paper in front of you. Boom. Okay. I'm not going to read any of that because I've included all of these instructions on a Google slide. And this Google slide, it's a different kind of WebQuest. You're going to go to a website that I've provided a URL to, and you're going to create a Google slide with the content required instead of filling out like a worksheet. So the Google slide is your worksheet or your Google form in a way, except it's fully editable. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on the Googles. And then, by the way, you don't need to make a copy of this. Each of you already have your own copy to edit, and it's only you can see it and me. And so you'll go straight into your Google slide on the classroom assignment and be able to edit it, and I'll be able to watch you edit it live, potentially. I'm not saying I'm going to like go snoop on you, but I probably will. But anyways, I have included all the instructions. This is different than the past. I used to just give a blank slides presentation to you guys, and so it would just literally said insert the title and then like complete the UN web quest by adding slides and editing as needed and adding pictures, and that's it. I have went through, and on every slide the information you need on that slide is said. Like, you need to go ahead and like answer this question when you were done. So let me go back to the start. So procedures will appear at the top of each slide. These are things that need to be deleted when you get done with the content on each slide. And so I've highlighted in every slide, delete instructions as you go. And so you would go in here and you would insert the title inside. And so I would go ahead and I would edit it, and I'm in all caps, as you guys love, and United Nations. That's how I would do that. Boom. Done. And then I would go like delete this. Boom. And then I would include my name and be Mr. Teague. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so go in, edit what you need, delete what you don't need. Boom, gone. Okay. And then like take pictures from the interwebs. And so like find a picture for the United Nations. Boom. My computer's listening to me. It knows what I want. And so, ooh, there's a good picture. I like that. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to bring it into my present. Ooh, let's send that to the back. I know that you guys, a lot of you would be on iPads, and it's different for you. But you guys are well-versed with the iPads. Some of you, not so much. But most of you know what you're doing when it comes to the Google Slides. And so add images as you go. Every slide should have some sort of image on it to fit the content. Again, here's slide 1. I know it's 2 in like the web page here, but anyways, the procedures are at the top. Delete these as you go. Delete anything that is instructions as you go, like where it says like that. Yeah, you need to delete that. Okay, but I gotta undo. So we would then go to the website, United Nations. I also included a link to the web page here. If you want to leave that on it, that's fine. And so I'm going to go ahead and go to the UN site. So it says go to the website of the United Nations. I already am there. I got a tab ready to go. And click on your preferred language. And so we go to this site. It's right away going to like ask us. And so we can go and Arabic or Mandarin or English, or that's probably not just Mandarin, but something else. But English, French, and then Russian, and then Spanish. Okay, and so we're going to click on the welcome, and boom, here's the UN site. This website's format will change depending on the browser, the display settings on the device that you're using. And so I can't say like this is going to be at the top of the page or the left or the right side of the page, because it will adapt depending on the device and browser that you're using. And so this first part says click on the preferred language onto the main page, select the About the UN tab, click on Origin and History, and so I'd go there, About the UN, Origin and History, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. Oh, right there. So if I zoomed in on this, it will change the format of this page. And so like if I were on a an iPad, I mean, it would change the format of the page, and so I might need to scroll down, and I'll zoom back out. So depending on what you're viewing this on, it's gonna differ. So you're gonna have to do some fishing, looking around, some legwork. It's not that hard, but nonetheless, this first slide calls on us to select the origins and histories. Here's the content, okay, and so boom, I'm there. Where did the name United Nations come from? I need to find that on this page, and so I'll go look. Oh, the name United Nations is coined. It's right there on the 1st of January 1942. So the name United Nations was coined or made, stamped, by the United States President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, was first used in the Declaration by United Nations on the 1st of January 1942 during the Second World War, when representatives of 26 nations pledged their governments to continue fighting together against the Axis powers. And so I literally am just going to go back now, and then I'll highlight this. The name of the United Nations came from when U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt coined the phrase in a declaration let's say on January 1st, 1942. Okay? And that would do that. Again, I mean, I would prefer it if you didn't leave these prompts on here. Like, you could, in theory, like, hit enter or, like, hit a, like, I don't know what else to call it besides enter, and then tab over and create a bullet and then, like, answer the question there. And so, well, actually, the answer to this one, what organization established in 1919 did the UN replace? You could potentially not even look at the website and know this from last week's e-learning content. And so, like, the UN replaced the League of Nations, which failed before the start of World War II. Okay, so you could do it that way. I don't really like that. I mean, you could bold. I would prefer if you just got rid of these prompts and boom, had your stuff. So I'm going to hit undo until I get back to where we need to be. Okay, boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go. So that's kind of the gist of what we want. And so if I go back to this, oh, there, the website gives me an image. There's my image. I could put the image to fit this content. I'm going to size that down. Okay, and maybe I need to like change the size of my text box. And then maybe I need to delete my instructions as I go. And so that would be kind of a visual for you on how I want this assignment done. You would continue to do this for each of the slides as you go. Do I need to do anything else? I don't think so. I think I'm good on that one. And so there are about 8 more slides you need to do, plus the title slide. I don't really include that as a, I mean, it's easy. It's quick. You can do that in like 1 minute. If there's any questions, please email me. Please, if you want to set up a Google Meet and talk this out with me, and you can share your screen with me, and we can talk live on Google Meet. That's another way we can do this. Otherwise, happy hunting. This is something we have to do in order to study genocide, which will be our next topic. We will jump into Feet First next week. Have a great week. Let me know if you need anything, and listen to lots of music, as my day is always better when I listen to it. See you later.